Hello everyone, welcome to Criccentric View. This is Praneeth, and we have Sharvanan joining with us, who is going to, and we are discussing about how the future is going to be for the our opinions on how the future will be for the Indian cricket. So, hi Sharvanan, welcome to the podcast. So,
Hi,
what's your
Praneeth.
thoughts on Gautam Gambhir's era?
Um, uh, First things first, when I heard the news that Gauti is going to be the new coach of Indian cricket team, I was very happy. I think that the things he has done with KKR and LSG, the way he was captaining KKR, he was a very good captain. He was a very good tactician to me, and I was really happy that okay, after Dravid, I think with Dravid we had some subtle kind of cricket we played. Uh, Also, that Virat Kohli was not being the captain of the side, and Rohit Sharma became the captain, and Rahul Dravid the coach. I think it was a very subtle phase of Indian cricket because we just came up from the Virat Kohli's aggressive captaincy and some heroic achievements also. So I was really happy that Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli being in the side, and the new T20 captain is going to be coming, and the home World Cup is coming up. So I was really excited. But after the squad announcement, I was a little bit skeptical about how things will unfold from here.
Right, that's true. Again, you mentioned about Gautam Gambhir's success as a IPL coach, right? As IPL captain, he got KKR those two trophies, and then for LSG, he took the team to the knockouts, right? And for Kolkata as a coach, again he won the team a trophy and all. Yes, but what is your opinion on in international team you have all these senior players, so you need to be good with managing the egos as well, right? Of the which comes with the star player, right? So what do you think Gambhir could be able to manage that?
Uh, Definitely on that aspect, I still believe Gambhir is a very good man manager. The way he captained KKR, like, Saurav getting the team which is inherited from Saurav Ganguly. He is the, what do you say, the son of a land. And from him, he took up the team and he just, under his captaincy, only KKR qualified to the playoffs for the first time. And under
Hmm.
his captaincy, only they won their first title. So even at that point of time, also, he didn't have very good experience in captaining any national side or any domestic side. I think he was being a part of the leadership group, but still he didn't have any experience like even for that matter Dhoni or Yuvraj Singh, even Sehwag captain India for a while. But Gauti didn't get that chance. But KKR was very adamant that they need a captain at the point of time, and they were very adamant, and they went all out for Gautam Gambhir, and they secured his services. So from that point of time, I believe that Gambhir is a very good guy, and he's a very good tactician. Like Rohit Sharma, he do play some mind games. Uh, we all know how good a player he is, and also he's a very good captain, and that's why he has won titles. So I still believe that I don't have any doubts on his leadership skills or management skills, but the way he selected this side, it could be of a gamble, or they're just trying to see to fit in as many as players to the fold, and then they want to pick a very good side for the upcoming World Cup. But first things first, I think this team was a little bit of concern in all aspects, not giving enough chance to the performers, and I really see that Shubman Gill is not a right candidate for vice captaincy at this point of time. And also, given his current form, I think uh, uh, right from the World Cup 2023, I think his form has dropped right from his the dengue fever. I think from then,
Yeah,
I think his form has dipped a lot, and he's trying to recover. So at this moment of time, I don't see Shubman Gill is a right candidate for vice captaincy, and sacking. I don't want to say sacking, but removing Hardik Pandya from the leadership group, I think is not a wise thing to do.
I mean, that's understandable, but what I see with Shubman Gill is, uh, of course, with selectors and Gautam Gambhir, they feel that Shubman Gill could be a long-term captain. So they are trying to groom Shubman Gill by giving him the vice captaincy and all. And even Uh, Prior to 2023 World Cup, everyone was like Shubman Gill is going to be the next captain, right? It's just that there is a dip in uh, ups and downs in the form in every career, right? So I
Did you
think
really think that Shubman Gill will be the next captain after Rohit Sharma?
for ODIs and Test, yes. For T20, I'm not really sure, but again, T20 again that's debatable. But for me, ODI and Test format, Shubman Gill is the guy, right? What about you?
I never thought him in that role actually. Honestly speaking, I really didn't think that Shubman Gill is a right guy to lead a
Okay,
side at this point of time because see his player is not even secured in the national team. He is still being that hot and cold form. You can relate with Rohit Sharma also, but the caliber of Rohit Sharma and the way Rohit Sharma has pulled up things and the achievements he has done, I still agree that Shubman Gill is just new to the international fold and he's just gaining experience. Everything is fine, but uh, making him as a captain to the national side with all the likes of Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, even KL Rahul for that matter, Rishabh Pant is there. So these guys are serving the country for a long time now. I honestly feel that Jasprit Bumrah is the right guy to lead us in the ODI and test format.
true.
And still
Because
T20,
the
I
thing
still believe
is,
Hardik was the guy.
yeah, and like the only drawback with Jasprit, not exactly a drawback, the only thing which I see with Jasprit Bumrah's captaincy option is again like with regards to workload management, there are a lot of matches he you want him to rest, right? So giving him the captaincy, do you think that's a better choice for someone who won't be playing all the games?
See, it's up to the management that they are resting him
Hmm.
for some games because they are securing him for the high octane games. So I
Right.
still believe even see Wasim Akram Bakari is a captain that's the national side for a long time. Sean Pollock
Hmm.
for that matter, he did that for the side. So I don't see any harm in making Jasprit Bumrah as a captain, and that guy has a potential. See, the way this guy is leading, even though he's not captain yet, but he is the leader of the bowling pack actually. He's leading
Hmm.
that bowling unit very well, and the way that guy is handling things for that matter, World Cup final. Uh, Except for Bumrah, I think any other bowler would have panicked at that point of time because
True.
having a hot Klassen who just got 24 runs of the last over and he's just batting against Bumrah, the very first thing that came to Klassen mind is to defend Bumrah, not to take any chances. See, we have
Hmm.
seen Miller in a very uh, for a very long time, and the things he has done for his country and for the IPL sides. But still, Miller adapted an option. Okay, it's Bumrah, so just defend him.
True.
So I think that's the package that Bumrah brings into the game, and that calming factor. That 1 over actually gave some hope to the Indian side and the fans also. Because if not Rohit Sharma bringing Bumrah at that point of time, I think the game could have been ended at 18th or 19th over without any hassle for South Africa.
True.
So
True.
I still believe that Jasprit Bumrah is the right guy, at least for ODIs and Test. So, but T20 it should be Hardik Pandya because the way that guy is
Hmm.
leaded Gujarat Titans, Mumbai Indians, it's a different matter altogether. But I still believe Hardik Pandya is the right guy because he was the vice captain of the last World Cup, and
Right.
suddenly you are removing a guy from all the leadership roles, and he was not even in the radar. So I think that's something a debatable point. We
Again,
don't know
like
what happened behind the screen,
uh,
so yeah, let's wait and see.
I mean, with Surya Kumar Yadav, again, the issue is with the age is also not on his side, right? And moreover, someone who is a free flowing batter, do you want to put the captaincy pressure and, you know, kind of, hamper his batting skills and all those things? That is something, again, a big question mark, right?
I can say this 100%. Surya will not take any pressure. We fans will take all the pressure for him because he is going to be in his own nature and he really don't care about anything. Even if he gets out in the very first ball or he's going to play for 50 balls and scoring 90 runs, he is
Hmm.
going to be the still same Surya Kumar Yadav. And
Correct.
being age is another factor. I still don't see Surya as not even a captain because you still have the guys, right? See,
Mm-hmm.
you have Hardik Pandya, and even the 2023 ODI World Cup, Hardik Pandya was the vice captain, and suddenly he was not even in radar. I don't really see that transition actually. Um, Without any concrete reason, I think it could be a huge blunder from the selection board actually.
True, true, and that's the like why was Hardik Pandya snubbed from the captaincy in T20? That was a shocker to me, and at the same time, all of a sudden you are making some different guy a captain like Surya Kumar Yadav. He didn't captain so many series as well. I think he captained uh, in
Two
South
series.
Africa series, 1 2 series here and there he captained, and not really sure like what's his captaincy records and all those things, right? So
Ironically, Hardik Pandya captaining both Rohit and Surya in Mumbai Indians, even for that matter, Jasprit Bumrah. So uh, it's really a no-brainer actually. Why
yeah,
they
yeah.
want to remove Hardik Pandya from the leadership team, and making Shubman Gill as vice captain is another a huge talking point because even in the Zimbabwe series, he struggled like anything. So
I
I don't.
mean, again, I wouldn't be taking Zimbabwe series as a benchmark for anyone, because in Zimbabwe series, honestly, no one see when you look at a T20 game, right? You understand, okay, this seems to be a plan of a particular team and all those things. In Zimbabwe series, it didn't seem at all. From the moment the squads were announced, there were no middle order players. All the openers were playing. No, the squad was full of openers, and you have Rutraj Gaikwad, Sai Sudarshan who are batting at 4 and 5. So that was one thing. So again, I wouldn't be judging based on that, right?
But I see that that is a kind of tool that you may try some players actually who has done a reasonably good job in the domestic tournaments, and you need to try them in some other way.
Right.
So I think see tools like Zimbabwe, I don't see it as a selection criteria, but still they have performed there. See, that's
Right.
what they are getting actually. Even Sai Sudarshan or even for that matter, Abhishek Sharma, Tushar Deshpande who got a chance to play. So, see, these guys don't get opportunity to directly play against South Africa or Australia all the time.
Right.
So, I think these are the tools they are getting, and they are putting their 100% there. So,
Mhm.
it's really very harsh to snub that away that you have performed only against Zimbabwe. Even for that
Yeah.
matter, Ravi's selection also will be under radar because he was not getting enough chances to me because he's a very good performer and he has done a very good job even against India versus Afghanistan match. That second super over, Ravi Bishnoi only bowled and India won the
Mhm.
match. So
Right.
he has delivered it. Still, there might be some issues with his performance also, but still, these are the chances they are getting, and you can't ridicule them, right?
Right. Right.
Not
Of course.
taking
Yeah.
performance lightly. Also, even we lost the game against Zimbabwe, the first match. Who thought that? See, things like that do happen, but I think they just held on to their philosophy. Okay, first game we lost, but still we have this philosophy, so we'll just go with it. And I
Right.
think that after that they won all the games in trot, and that's the way I think India will be looking forward to play
Mhm.
in all the white ball formats.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now let's get into the squads. So, what are your surprises in that particular squad? Like, who would you have, you know, who who you were expecting to see but didn't end up there, and at the same time, who are you not expect? Who are the surprises in the squad? So basically, that's what I'm trying to ask.
For me, two people, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Natarajan. I think uh, the way Natarajan is getting exempted from all the tours and everything, I think it's really a very harsh on him. Even I wanted Natarajan in the World Cup also in the last IPL,
Mm,
but still he didn't get a place. Harshdeep, Harshdeep got a chance and he did a very good job. So nothing to take away from Harshdeep Singh, but still, at least they could have tried Natarajan the Zimbabwe tour and this Sri Lankan tour also. See,
right.
we have very few left arm paces in our country. So you need to protect them and you need to keep them in the what do you say? Keep them in the, under the radar, and you just need to feed them very good matches, and they should get us some very good rope of chances. Unless and until I don't see that India will again have this bowling powerhouse. See, now we have Bumrah, Siraj, and Shami, but after that, you don't have any frontline seamers. What if Shami or Siraj is getting injured, or what if Shami is getting saying that I'm going to retire from the format, and who will you going to replace Shami with? You can say Mukesh Kumar or Tushar Deshpande, but still you don't have that left arm pacer. We don't have. We didn't identify a very good left arm pacer after the Zahir Khan. See what Zahir Khan did in 2011 World Cup is a remarkable thing for a bowler actually.
Right.
Bowling three straight maidens in the final, and the first spell on the World Cup final, I think it's magical, and we haven't seen any such bowler after Zahir Khan. So I think it's very important we need to protect these bowlers, and they are not getting chances. I think they are just robbed of their chances, at least for Ruturaj and Natraj. And Rutu was playing really well. I think he did a very good job in captaining the side like Chennai Super Kings. See, the legacy the CSK had built over the years, and uh, getting the baton from someone like Dhoni, I think already you're filling a big shoes than yours, and you're just munching above your weight. And the way that Rutu is getting minimum chances, I see that uh, th- that is something. I don't know what to say, but these two guys, I really feel for them.
I mean, that's exactly true. Maybe uh, to some extent, I can understand why Ruturaj wasn't part of the T20 squad, because you have options, right? Like uh, you've got Yashasvi Jaiswal, Gill over there. All those things. When you have options, you wouldn't be looking at that, right? But in the ODI squad, he should have been there as a backup, right? As a backup opener for Shubman Gill and Rohit
We can
Sharma.
come up to the ODI squad later, but we
Yeah,
have some already some issues with the T20 side, like from
right.
Hardik Pandya's captaincy and Surya Kumar Yadav. See, we don't have anything against Surya Kumar Yadav. See, I'm a very
Hmm.
big fan of Surya Kumar Yadav, and he's a guy who can change the game at any point of time. He has a
Hmm.
caliber, even if it is 0 for 2 or it is 100 for 2, he's going to play the same Surya Kumar Yadav, at least in T20 format. So, but being a captain, I don't see that uh, having Hardik in your wings and Jasprit Bumrah, I think that's something. And see, again, it's I don't see Shubman Gill as a very good T20 batter also. Like he is another version of KL Rahul. See, if KL Rahul is on song, or if he thought that it is going to be his tournament, I think no one can stop KL Rahul because
Hmm.
another match, a proven match winner. But if he is not going to get those starts, or if he is not going to give you those impactful performances, then you will nowhere see KL Rahul at any point of time. So
I
this is
mean,
what
see,
happened.
Shubman Gill in the best case scenario, he can give you like those 30, 35 balls, 50, right? So something like that. But players like Abhishek Sharma or something, players like those, uh, because you're looking for someone like one of those players like Travis Head, right? You have that fear whenever a bowler is going out there, right? Who, because if players like those play like 20 balls, they're definitely scoring like 50, 55 runs, right? And that is something Shubman Gill, that's not his strength, to be honest, right?
See, I don't see that strike rate is another one benchmark to pick a guy. But having said that, Abhishek Sharma, he got a century. See,
Hmm.
he was playing in a second game, irrespective of the opponent, he got a century in T20 form. And in the very next over, you're dropping him, and he is not being in the squad, at least in the squad. At least I think for me, he should be as a backup player. For me, the ideal opening combination would be Jaiswal and Ruturaj Gaikwad. Like what we have seen in the last World Cup, Rohit and Kohli opened for us. Rohit is going to be the free-flowing batsman, and Virat Kohli is one such guy who is going to anchor the innings. Actually, that's what he did in the final, and he was very successful. So this is what I'm expecting with Ruturaj also. If Ruturaj was playing like 30, 40 balls, then it's very highly impossible that you're going to dismiss him. And once
Hmm.
he 30, 35 balls, then he's going to score some huge sixes, and the scoring rate would be very high after that for Gaikwad. And again, Jaiswal is one such guy who is the like who can be an exact replica of Rohit Sharma, who plays left-handed cricket. That's the only difference that between Rohit Sharma and Jaiswal. So I think the ideal combination be Jaiswal and Ruturaj Gaikwad. And you can have Abhishek Sharma as a backup player, but uh, these two guys are not even in the spot. So that's what make things very what do you say fishy.
Right. For me, it was the surprising part was Abhishek Sharma not being in the squad because, like, in every World Cup season, you're not getting those explosive starts at the beginning, like in the first 6 overs, and even in the IPL when you saw that Abhishek Sharma will be definitely playing the Zimbabwe tour and Sri Lanka tour. That is something we were expecting, right? And Abhishek Sharma not even being in the squad, that was really surprising. That was one thing, and otherwise, otherwise, let me check the squad once. What do you think about Riyan Parag in the middle order?
uh, See, he had a very good season in the IPL,
Hmm.
but still, maybe he was fast track like what they did with Venkatesh Iyer. Suddenly,
Right. For
Venkatesh
me,
Iyer had a
that
very good.
yeah, that's what I felt like. It felt like Riyan Parag is bit fast tracked. Maybe it's bit early. Maybe I would have given like one more IPL season and see how things are. Right.
Yes, definitely that would be the ideal scenario for any player. And see, again, there are so many players who are not even. I see that this board or the media does have that recency bias. At one point of time, Tilak Verma was being in a regular feature for Indian side. He even played in the ODI series also, right
Hmm.
before the ODI World Cup, and after that, he was not even selected for any other tours. And
Right.
again, we have this what do you say scarcity of this middle order left-hand player who can bowl also. See, I
Right.
still see Tilak Verma, a bit of Suresh Raina in him. He can anchor
Hmm.
the inning, score, what do you say, he can score aggressively, and he can roll his arms for a few overs here and there. That too, in ODI format, I still see there is a need for such players. Uh, See, the
True.
2011 World Cup winning squad had these kind of players actually. Sachin
Hmm.
Tendulkar, Inder Sehwag, Yuvraj Singh, Raina, Yusuf Pathan. They all can bowl, and that made the job easy for Dhoni also to rotate with the part-timers. And we are lacking such players now, and uh, not picking Tilak Verma is another thing I would say. Maybe
True.
in
True.
place of Rain, it would be the ideal choice in the middle order.
Right, and I mean that's the unfortunate thing, right? Before IPL, we were like Tilak Verma is going to be the middle order batter, like in the next cycle, but suddenly in IPL the performances, uh, Tilak Verma didn't have a so good of a performance over there, and
The
suddenly
entire
Riyan
team
Parag
don't
had
have
a
that
performance.
performance. So
Yeah,
we can't blame Tilak on that. But still,
yeah.
Tilak had a not a very war season of IPL, but still he had a reasonably good IPL season.
I think he
It's
had
not like
a
he had a very bad.
I think he had a 350, 400 run season, if I'm not wrong. And that's a
Yeah,
decent
it
season
was a
if you ask for anyone.
yeah, it was a good season actually.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just rating this guy as Suresh Raina. He can be the guy who can bridge between the middle order
Hmm.
and the lower order actually. See what the squad they have picked is they have only picked
Hello.
death overs actually. That's
Hmm.
what the problem is with the squad.
Right, right. Yeah, actually. And what do you think about this thing? Ravi Bishnoi getting the chance and Kuldeep Yadav being rested for T20s.
See, Kuldeep and Jasprit Bumrah are given the T20 squad actually. If it is for
Hmm.
any Australia series or England series or South Africa, I think these two guys will be in the squad no matter what whether it is home or away, they're going to play. I think they are going to be very probables in the playing 11 itself, not even the squad. They are the probable players who are going to play in the playing 11. So I think he was just rested, like Jasprit Bumrah. So they do want some who is going to partner up with Kuldeep Yadav. See,
Right.
we had Chahal for a long time now. See, even not giving Chahal enough chances is also another thing, but still, it's understandable that Chahal was not uh, the old Chahal we used to see. So I think it's just trying out things with Ravi Bishnoi, whether how he is going to be the guy who is going to be fill up the shoes of Chahal or how he is going to partner up with Kuldeep Yadav because the next World Cup will be played in India. So there will be a huge scope for the spinners also. That two
Right.
risky, and it's going to be a very good option to have Ravi Bishnoi with Kuldeep Yadav.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, how do you see the uh, team composition? Do you see Jaiswal and Gill opening? Right.
Yeah,
Number three would be Surya Kumar Yadav, or would you
uh,
go with Rishabh Pant, number three?
see, if you ask me, I will be giving chance to Sanju Samson instead of
Yeah,
Rishabh
yeah,
Pant.
actually, Sanju Samson, because the way Rishabh Pant was struggling in the later part of the World Cup because of course, he's coming back from an injury, so it's a bigger concern. So I would rather save him for the test format and give Sanju Samson that chance at number three.
See, all time for me, Rishabh Pant is a very good test player.
Hmm.
So I think the aggressiveness that he brings up to the table for Test cricket, I think that's where he suits better.
Right,
So for me, Rishabh Pant is always a regular feature, a number six batter for me in the test format. But in T20, I don't see that he's been a right candidate for that. But the way he played in World Cup, it was beneficial for us. That's okay, fine.
right,
But in this tour, I would be giving Sanju Samson the chance. Uh, see, it's only three T20s, and giving Sanju Samson would be the fair bit of fun for him also. So
right.
being again like Surya Kumar Yadav, Sanju Samson is also a bit on the age side. So it's going to be tough for him if he's not going to perform. Also giving in the wings still you have Dhruv Jurel and one more Jitesh Sharma is there. So I think Sanju Samson would be the ideal choice at number three or number four. Maybe Surya and Samson can swap their places there. I think that's how the team would be.
And finishers should be like Rinku Singh, number five.
Yeah, definitely.
Rinku Singh.
Hardik at six, Rinku Singh for me.
Yeah, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh would be those finishers, right?
Yes,
So those becomes like over in top six you have got like bowlers in terms of Jaiswal and uh, and one good thing in Zimbabwe series is Shubman Gill was always going with four main bowlers, and he was desperate. He's making sure that he was giving the bowling to part timers like Abhishek Sharma or Shivam Dubey
yes.
regularly. So that was one good thing over there, right? And what about Washington Sundar? Do you see that he has that finishing capabilities, or do you see he has still? I mean, he's a good test batter, but in T20 he has to make some adjustments to be a better finisher, right?
I don't see him as a finisher, but uh, see, after Ashwin, I think he can be that one finger spinner can India rely upon who can bowl in
Hmm.
the power plays. I think that's where Washington Sundar comes into the picture actually.
Right.
More than his batting skills, I would say the skill that he brings up, uh, he can bowl in the power play. I think that's where Washington Sundar has some edge over the other bowlers. And
Hmm.
I think at eight, Washington Sundar will be, and seven it's Akshar Patel.
Seven
Uh,
Akshar Patel,
unless
exactly.
until unless until some collapse is there, I think Akshar Patel at seven would be the right position. And with Jadeja retired, I think Akshar is the right person to be the mainstay in the playing 11 actually.
True, and after Washington Sundar at number eight, number nine, you would go with Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Ravi Bishnoi and Siraj and Khalil Ahmed, right? Or
Yes.
Siraj or Arshdeep Singh, depending on how you want to
No, I
put
still go with Khalil Ahmed because see, Ashton Singh had a very good World Cup. I think that guy really, what do you say, he killed all of his criticisms and the criticism that he faced. I think he just made everyone shut with his performances. So let's try out with Khalil Ahmed. Like what
it.
we said with Rishabh Pant and Sanju Samson scenario. Not even with the performance side, Arshdeep Singh is a very good bowler again. But still, I would try out with Khalil Ahmed, like how he's going to spare. See, in Sri Lanka, the pitches will be quite similar with what we have in our country. So I think it would be a very good testing water for us and how these players will fare. So for me, this could be the playing 11, like Jaiswal and Shubman Gill at the top, and 3 and 4 Surya and Sanju Samson, 5 Hardik Pandya, 6 Rinku, 7 Axar, and 8 Sundar, Bishnoi, Siraj, and Khalil Ahmed. So I think this
11, yeah.
way can form a very good. It could be a formidable lineup.
True, true, and this thing. So you are sure on Shivam Dubey not able to not finding place in T20 playing 11.
See, I was very much skeptical. How did that guy get the chance to play in the World Cup ahead of Rinku Singh? That was the
Yeah,
first crime. But, I still stand by that word because
yeah,
that's what happened in the World Cup also. Uh,
true.
See, again, he was fast tracked to me. He had a very good IPL first half. The first half of IPL was very good because the pitches are very fresh and the bowlers didn't have any plans actually against him because this guy suddenly came out of the syllabus and like Rayan Parag, that's what happened with Shivam Dube also. So yeah, it was very injustice that Rinku was dropped from the squad. So I don't see Shivam Dube and Riyan Parag or this is not the right time to get them into the squad.
True,
With
like
Hardik and in the picture, I think Shivam Dube is going to find it hard to get a place.
exactly, and we were having those doubts about Shivam Dube in the T20 setup, and all of a sudden, Shivam Dube and Riyan Parag, both of them are part of the ODI setup as well, and Rinku Singh is not able to find the place there.
That's another. What do you say? See, this is
Shocker.
where I think it's not. It's very tough to digest how
Yeah,
these guys are. See, I don't know what Riyan Parag's performances or statistics that he has in the domestic tournaments also. For
right.
the format. So I don't see why Riyan Parag and why not Rinku Singh. See, Rinku did a very good job finishing for us right after the 2022 World Cup. So the performances that Rinku Singh given to the country was something, and I think that's why I think so many players losing their interest or just fed up with what they are getting from the selection board. Actually,
True, like
I think
see,
Jaiswal is in the picture for the ODI
yeah.
format.
I mean, more than Jaiswal, I would have liked Ruturaj Gaikwad in the ODI setup, right? Because as a backup,
Again, see,
right?
Rutraj is
So,
not even in the picture actually. So
so that's the
that's very tough.
so that's the biggest shocker. Like, and when you consider Rinku Singh, he's not just a slogger. He has a first class average of somewhere around 55 runs in Liste, which is ODI domestic cricket, with that is 49 average, which is not at all a bad deal, right? He has a temperament to take the innings deep. If you remember that Afghanistan T20 series, right?
Yes, that's
Rohit
very
Sharma and
sad.
it was Rohit Sharma and Rinku Singh who took it deep and they accelerated in the end, right? And suddenly I'm seeing Shivam Dube over there. I'm a bit surprised, right?
Still shocked. More than Shivam Dube, seeing Harshit Rana's name in the squad, I think. See,
Harshit.
how did Harshit Rana came into the picture? That too in the ODI setup actually.
I mean, he was part of.
Maybe
He did have a India A tours, right? He was part of a India A tour. So Harshit Rana is not that of a surprise. So, like, who would you have rather seen instead of Harshit Rana?
see, still I would say that Ravi Krishna would be the choice because see, we are going to play the short series actually. See,
Hmm.
those were the days I think the days were gone. Like we used to play 5 ODIs, 7 ODIs, and we have Tri Nations, quadrangular series. Those days were gone now. So the only tour we are doing is just for the sake of playing T20s, we are having ODIs also. It's not
Hmm.
like that. The intention would be like to play ODI. The only tools the countries are making right now is only to play Test series and T20 series. In between, they are okay to play one or two, the three ODIs only now.
Hmm.
See, the between this Champions Trophy and this concluded T20 World Cup, there are very less number of ODIs that India is going to play. So it's very important that you need to find your 15-member squad again. See, with
Hmm.
Shikhar Dhawan is not even in the radar. Rohit Sharma and Kohli is going to be the again the mainstays in the playing 11. And you have Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, and in the spinning department you have Kuldeep Yadav. See, even Jadeja is not in the setup, so I believe that okay, Jadeja is overseen now. So
Hmm.
you have already five players who are going to feature in your playing 11, and the next six players you need to identify, and that too being the hot spots actually. So
Right.
for that one number four slot, you have KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer, and uh, I was very happy to see both of them in the squad, so that I think at least they can have something to say, like we have performed or you didn't perform, but you did get the chances. So
True.
giving chances is very important because the way they performed in the World Cup is brilliant. Uh, the way KL Rahul performed in the Asia Cup and followed by the World Cup, I think he did a fantastic job. Given that final, okay, it's another matter altogether, but still, KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer would be the ideal choice to play in the ODI setup. Again, Tilak Verma overseen. Uh, Ruturaj is not being in the backup opener slot at least. So these are some things I still feel that maybe what they're trying to do, we don't know. We have a very we have a time to select the T20 squad because we have 2 years of time now. But for the Champions Trophy, we don't have much time. So I think it's very important that you already have a squad in your mind.
True.
So I still see that there are some confusions because they didn't pick Rinku Singh. They have Shivam Dubey. So that's where I think the things will get uh,
I mean, again, do you
what
think
this.
Rinku Singh, Shivam Dubey debate, everything boils down to that extra overs? Shivam Dubey is going to give like 3, 4 overs here and there. Right.
This is what they said with Shardul Thakur also in the last World Cup.
Right.
See, the only reason Shardul Thakur got a chance is because he's going to give you some overs.
Hmm.
But he was not even picked in the playing 11. And even for Siraj, he didn't get a chance to bowl in the final actually. The initial choices were like Bumrah and Shami who are bowling, who are opening the attack and they're getting wickets for fun, and that's what happened. So I think, see, we should be defining roles actually. See, you're a top order guy. You need to go all bonkers right from the ball one and give the explosive starts for us. Give us 10
Right.
overs, 80, 85 runs. Even if you lose your wicket, okay, that's fine. This is the plan, and this is what we are going to follow. This is what happening in the cricket now. See, the days were gone like, okay, you just need to preserve your wicket, wait till 10, 15 overs, and just then play your innings, anchor the innings, and get us 250, 260. Those days were gone actually.
Uh-huh.
Now the teams are actually targeting 400, 400 plus. You know, when the pitches are good, and the ball is very nice, and I think that's where the game is headed to, and it's unlikely. Still, I see that six batters and four proper bowlers will be in the side. No matter what, he's going to give me some batting depth. It's not going to happen. This
Hmm.
is a 50-over game, not a T20 game that 1 over um, can change the entire game. This is what happened in the World Cup final. The first 10 overs, India were on top, and then Australia pulled it very well. So
Right.
the ODI format will be played in the phases, not as a game, not as a whole game. So if you're
Right.
going to win those phases, then you will be obviously winning the match. So that's what going to
Hmm.
happen. So you need horses for courses like that, and you need to identify the proper middle order batters, not some guy who is going to slog you for some time. Like if he plays 10 balls, if he connect 2, 3 balls, you'll be getting 25 runs out of his 10 balls. I think that's not you really wanted from a player. And, even Hardik Pandya is not selected for the ODIs. So I don't know whether he was rested or he was
I mean, I feel
whatever it is.
it's. I would say Hardik Pandya not getting that chance in the ODI. I'm thinking maybe like Bumrah or Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, all these people. Hardik Pandya is just getting a break. something like
Yeah,
that.
if it's a break, then I'm very happy. But see, you already have Hardik Pandya who can give you those fill those shoes of an all-rounder. Whenever
Hmm.
Hardik Pandya misses any important games, and India is struggling a lot. That's what
Right.
happened in the 2019 World Cup, 2023 World Cup. So uh, you need to have these guys, not
True.
someone who is going to give me a over or two, or if he's going to if it is if he's going to have a very good day, then he'll be giving me 30 runs of 20 balls. I don't see that. That's not we required at this point of time.
I mean, see, like if you're saying that okay, if Shivam Dubey is going to play 10 balls, he might able to connect like 3 4 balls, and somehow we will expect 10 balls, 25 30 runs. But that is something Rinku Singh can also do, right?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Trying to say, you don't pick Shivam Dubey just because he's going to give you 2 or 3 overs.
Right.
Rather than that, pick up Tilak Verma, who can fill that a proper batter role, who can play that proper anchor role to take the
Hmm.
innings deep, and then you can go bonkers. And also, he's
Right.
going to give you overs also. See,
True.
in a 50-over format, you need bowlers like them to to somehow see off some face. Like when the opponent is having a very good run against your top bowlers, then you need to slow down the game actually.
Right.
So I think in that point of time, you need a bowlers like Tilak Verma or even Abhishek Sharma. I'm not saying Abhishek Sharma should be in the ODI side, but these part-time bowlers are very essential, at least in the ODI format, not in the T20 or Test cricket, but still they
I
should
mean,
be having a huge say in the ODI format.
see, if you think of 23 World Cup by Australia won, like uh, in the semi-finals when after the early wickets, it was Klassen and Miller were going steadied the ship, and it felt like they are going to accelerate and like fight and overs, and suddenly Travis Head comes and takes 2 wickets over there in the same over, and the game is all over changed totally, right?
Even in the final, Maxwell changed the game actually
Yeah, like
against us.
in the
He
finals,
took the wicket of Rohit
Maxwell,
Sharma.
Marsh, Travis Head, they bowl the overs. I think all three combined, they gave like 10 overs, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
So, I mean, that's invaluable, right? So
at least
that's
in the
true.
ODI format.
Hmm. So, what do you think the team composition could be for ODI?
See, it's again obvious, right, that Rohit and Shubman Gill will be the openers,
Hmm.
and maybe at number three, Virat Kohli. And for me at four, Shreyas Iyer, and followed by KL will be taking the wicket keeping duties.
Hmm.
And at six, I would say, uh, since they have Shivam Dubey in the squad, I would be. Yeah, it should be Dubey at six and Aksar at seven, and then it's Kuldeep at eight.
And nine would be uh, the
We are
fast
going
bowler
to pick up Siraj, Ashdeep, and Khalil all together. If
Siraj.
they want to spring some surprise, then they can bring in Harshit Rana for any of the lefties.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. Anything else you want to add in this?
Any tour is very important for the players who are going to play. So I don't see if someone performed really well in this tour and if he is not getting the chance in the next tour, I think that's very hard on them. And also, at least for ODIs, we need some certain set of players. Like they are going to play at least till T27 World Cup. So that's how the planning should be. And we don't have much time for the
True.
going on. So uh, everything seems to be so distant actually. The preparation and how the team is going to perform in the Champions Trophy is going to be one aspect that I'm really looking forward to. I'm really not worried about the T20 setup. But with the ODI setup, I think India should be putting more focus. Um, so that's where I think the upcoming tournaments will be seen of really.
True. True. Yeah. So that's actually true. Like somehow with ODI, they have to get that pool of players, right? and work on that, uh, and keep your focus entire to that, and assign roles accordingly, and get the job done, right? But somehow, like you said, this doesn't feel that way, like especially in the few slots, right? So
Also, Champions Trophy is going to be a very short tournament. The maximum of
hmm,
matches, if you are going to play in the finals, you'll be playing 5 matches. That's all. Only
right.
3 games are certain to any team. So it's going to be a very short tournament. So it's very important that we need to identify who is going to be our 15 and who is going to be our 11 also. I think first you have to identify your 11 so that you can formulate your 15 easily. So I think that's what. To me, the ideal combination would be like Rohit Sharma and Jaiswal would be my openers at least, and Virat at number three. Always we used to have. And at four, I would still believe Tilak Verma would be the guy, but he is not getting enough chances. So putting him in the what do you say? Uh, Putting him in the hot seat, I think it would not be do any good. At least have Shreyas Iyer in the radar for some time, and he could be that guy. At five, it would be KL Rahul, and six, I would still believe Rinku Singh would be the ideal choice. And Hardik Pandya would be in the mix also. And then
Hmm.
it could be either Aksar or Washington Sundar at eight. Um, and Jasprit Bumrah is going to be the one spearhead. And if Shami is back with full fitness, I think Shami would be playing, and along with
I
Kuldeep
mean,
Yadav.
Jasprit Bumrah and
Very
Kuldeep
India
are
can,
two questions, right?
yeah,
Jasprit Bumrah and Kuldeep Yadav are a no-brainer, to be honest, in a squad, in a playing
yeah,
11,
they are no
actually.
brainers. Even if Shami is fit, I think Shami should be in the playing 11 also. Along with
Right.
Shami and Bumrah, I think he can fear the opponents. That's what happened in the World Cup.
Right.
Yeah, that was a great sight to watch, especially South Africa and Sri Lanka games. It was a treat to watch.
True. True. So, anyways, I think we can call it a day, and we can catch up later. Right. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps our channel to grow. So, thank you very much, and see you guys later.